Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Catching Up with the Corn Dogs. I'm Andrew Mild, as always. And then this episode, we talked with Jake Thometz, and I'll say his name wrong at the very beginning, so cut me some slack. And he even says it's always messed up all the time, so we're good there. But we had a good conversation about his successful season last year, his junior year with Munster High School, when the team won the regional championship and went to semi-state and lost a tough one. And I asked him what led to a successful season, and you can't wait to see his answer. And he gave us his Super Bowl 56 prediction. I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget that you can watch all these Catching Up with the Corn Dogs on the YouTube channel and on the Corn Dogs website. And with that, let's send it over. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Catching Up with the Corn Dogs. I'm Andrew Miles, as always. And joining me on this podcast is left-handed pitcher Jake Thometz. Jake, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. And the first question I had to ask is perfect for what you're wearing today. First thing is congratulations on your commit to Depauw University.
Thank you.
Why did you want to go there and play baseball?
Well, I was looking at schools, and academics always really came first. And when I was looking for a school in Depauw, great academics, and I wanted a place that was not too far from home, but still, can get away a little bit. And I went there for a visit. Coach Allen, the head coach, I went on a great visit. I loved what I saw, loved the baseball program. It just felt like home. I wanted to make sure that wherever I'm going, it felt like home. And that was it. It was an easy decision once I visited there.
Oh, wow. So they're able to get you in, the left-handed pitcher, so they're probably excited to have a lively arm like yours coming the next year. And that's a question I wanted to ask is you're in a unique circumstance of you're still in high school. You got one more year left, and then you're joining the Corn Dogs. So do you think by playing with the collegiate team in the summer, it's going to help you get accustomed to what college baseball is like once you do reach Depauw next fall?
Absolutely. The competition this summer is going to be like unlike anything before. I play with guys mainly my age group growing up through travel ball, but now I'm playing with guys who are going to be, 4 or 5 years older than me, and I'm pitching against a great competition. I'm looking forward to it. Stuff like, build me as a pitcher, build me mentally, physically, just trying to, adjust to the high competition I'm going to be seeing at Depauw and, later on.
And it also helps that your manager for this summer is a former Major League Baseball pitcher. So you always have that go for you too.
That's definitely a big plus.
So talking about you being in high school still, it's your senior year. And last year you guys reached semi-state before losing a tough one from the looks of it on the box score. So what do you hope to accomplish this year with Munster in your senior season?
Our goal is to get back to the same game as last year, but this time be on the other end of it. We have a great group of seniors coming back, strong core, a lot of leaders. Our main core of pitching's there. We lost Bryce Shaw, who's also on the Corn Dogs. He played at Munster, so he was a huge help. But, we have some great guys, great leaders. Our lineup's going to be about the same. So we're looking forward to it. We expect nothing less. Like we said, we want to get to semi-state, but be on the other end, get to that state championship. And then that's the goal this year. We think we have the talent. We have the guys. We have a new coach this year. So the culture's changing, culture's shifting. So we have our eyes set on that, and we expect to be there.
How would you say the culture has shifted since the new managers came in for Munster?
Well, Coach Jink, he was there for probably 40 years, and he was a little bit more old school, which wasn't bad. It was, what worked for him. And now we have a younger coach, new coaches coming in. So it's a lot more updated, more newer stuff. We're trying different things, and I think that helps us a lot. We're in an age where, you have so many different programs going on that we're trying, and the guys are absolutely loving it. It's different, and everyone can tell. Energy's high, and it's going to be good.
Well, it sounds as though the Munsters be able to combine both old school and new school and kind of combine it and make their own thing. So it should be a fun season for you guys. And you had fun last year with the Mustangs coming out of the bullpen. You had 5 saves on the year. And on top of that, over 24 innings, you had an ERA of 0.58. what was going well for you last year?
I think it was just the situations I came in with our number 1 and 2, just hard throwing righties, and you come into a crafty lefty, just switching it up and coming in the positions I was in, just hammered down, went in, did my job. That was what attributed to my success. People really didn't know much about me last year. I wasn't the big guy, wasn't the big name, so they came in. I think, who is this guy? Came in, just did my job, got strikeouts, got ground outs, just did what I could to close out games. And the ERA came, I saw the way it was, how it was, low, but I didn't really want to, jinx myself. So, but at the end of the season, I was very, very pleasantly pleased with how that spring went, hoping to get lower than that this year.
Well, it sounds as though you're the type of guy that doesn't look at their stats until the end of the year, which is usually a good thing, not really out psyching yourself there. So let me ask you this now. What's your thoughts on the Corn Dog team name?
I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think it's, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for the merch to see the jerseys and everything that's coming out. When I first heard it, my initial reaction was, yeah, that's going to be a fun team. That's going to be a great team to play for. So, I'm absolutely looking forward to it.
That's great. Awesome. Now we have 2 players I've talked to that says they love the name. I'm going to backtrack here because I forgot the question I was going to ask you, but are you still going to come out of the bullpen this year? Or are you going to be moved to a starting role for the 2022 season with Munster?
I will most likely be our number 2 conference starter.
Okay.
This year. We lost, a big senior, so I moved up in that. We have an Indiana State commit that's probably going to be our number 1 conference starter, and then I'll be the 2. So, I'm looking forward to that. I've usually been a starter all my life, and now to be able to be back in that position and, where I feel comfortable just starting the game, commanding it. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I have to keep tab on Jake Thometz pitching for Munster this year, the number 2 guy. And here's another fun question for you. I already gave you a little bit of a warning about it, so I'm going to see what you're going to say. I don't know if you're a big football guy or not. Who's your pick to win Super Bowl 56? Is it the Cincinnati Bengals or is it the Los Angeles Rams?
As much as I love Joe Burrow, I think he's the coolest dude in the league. I got to go with the Los Angeles Rams. I think, that defense and being at SoFi Stadium, it's all lined up for them.
Yeah, I agree. I tried to convince Dylan Matusak from Crown Point that LA is going to win. He went with the Bengals. He really has no choice. He goes to college in Ohio. Yeah. So he was like, I'm going to go with the Bengals right now, and we'll see how that goes. So, Jake, I want to thank you for joining the podcast, and I apologize for butchering your name at the very beginning. I saw you smile at me because you already told me like 3 times what it was. Jake Thometz.
Yeah, Thometz. People call me Thometz, and sometimes if they ask me, I say that just out of, just what people call me, and I'm like, dang, it's actually Thometz. I'm sorry.
I bet you've had plenty of PA announcers say your name wrong all the time when you come out of the bullpen.
It's been worse than Thometz or Thometz sometimes. You get some things that I question, are they even talking about me? So,
yeah, my favorite part is when someone called me Andrew Milo in a game once because my manager's handwriting was so bad. It looked like an O, an L, and an O instead of a D. So if that makes you feel any better. So I've been through that.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how people pronounce my last name, but.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I get it to our PA announcer, Tom, and make sure that he does say Thometz, and then we won't butcher it for the rest of the year. So awesome. I got you, Jake.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this podcast. It was a lot of fun. And you can catch more Catching Up with the Corn Dogs on the YouTube page and on the Corn Dogs website. And we'll see you next time on Catching Up with the Corn Dogs.